Hey yo, first and foremost, shout out to Lamont Roach and Tank. That was a great fight. I enjoyed it. But yo, I'm making this video because for the whole build up, y'all were killing me over my victory over Lamont, saying that he wasn't worthy of the Tank fight. But at the end of the day, I don't care what y'all say. I got that W. That's all I'm saying. I got the W.
The boxing world is buzzing after the intense showdown between Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach. Here are some of the wildest reactions from the fight. Lamont Roach is no stranger to Gervonta Davis. The two first crossed paths in the amateur ranks, building a history that added extra tension to their recent showdown. Roach's father and trainer, Lamont Roach Sr., has watched Davis rise to superstardom, but any past familiarity didn't matter in the lead-up to this fight. The energy was intense, and tensions ran high. "My mindset is to beat him," Roach told Boxing Scene before the fight. He claimed his title in November 2023 by defeating Hector Luis Garcia on the undercard of David Benavidez's victory over Demetrius Andrade. Roach then defended it once against Furkan Mekro on ProBox TV before landing the biggest fight of his career against Davis, an opportunity every boxer dreams of. "This camp is different because I feel like they're counting me out," Roach said. The 29-year-old's determination was fueled by Terence Crawford's blunt take on the sport. The former undisputed champion stated that, in today's boxing landscape, only his close friend Shakur Stevenson and stablemate Keyshawn Davis, who recently cemented himself among the lightweight division's best, have the skills to hand Davis a loss. Gervonta Davis has built a reputation as a relentless finisher, forcing opponents into survival mode with his power. In his only fight of 2024, he stopped Frank Martin, following up on his knockout victory over Ryan Garcia the year before. Lamont Roach Jr. faced what seemed like an impossible challenge, but so did Muhammad Ali when he took on George Foreman. What happened next became legendary, cementing the rumble in the jungle in boxing history. Roach wasted no time making his intentions clear. "Roses are red, violets are blue, March 1st sounds like, and the new," he declared, hinting at his belief that a new WBA lightweight champion would be crowned. This fight was more than just another title defense for Davis or a career opportunity for Roach. It was personal. Their rivalry started in 2011 when Davis defeated Roach twice as an amateur. Now, over a decade later, Roach was out for redemption and wasn't shy about saying it. But if there's one thing Davis doesn't do, it's back down, especially when the trash talk starts. The moment Roach made his bold prediction, Davis clapped back instantly. "Roses are red, violets are blue, March 1st sounds like, don't worry baby, you'll be home soon from the hospital," he fired back. Fans wasted no time reacting, enjoying the playful back and forth in the lead-up to the fight. But Terence Crawford may have shaken things up, joining Shakur Stevenson and others in backing Keyshawn Davis. Speaking to a group of reporters, Crawford addressed the growing speculation about a potential title unification now that Davis holds the double WBO lightweight championship. When asked about the possibility of a showdown with Tank, Crawford simply shrugged and said, "Whoever." He then added, "Tank knows exactly what he's up against when he fights Shakur or Keyshawn." Criticism of Gervonta Davis resurfaced, with Crawford echoing a common argument. Tank hasn't consistently faced opponents who match his skill level. "Some of them have a little skill, but mentally, they can't keep up for an entire fight," he said. Was Lamont Roach Jr. just another name on that list? Crawford didn't mention him, but he made it clear who he believes will be the ones to hand Davis his first loss. "Them two guys, Shakur and Keyshawn, yeah, they're the ones who are gonna do it," he concluded.
Five thing. A lot of people agreed, a lot of people disagreed. Tank said I was a meat lover. He came in, he was like, "Oh, this guy, you a meat lover."
But Tank would never even think about hesitating to come up to 154.
What about 47 though?
Yes, if he get to pick his opponent.
Oh.
If Tank get to pick his opponent, he would do it. But Tank would never come from 35 to 54.
Former champion Mikey Garcia shared his thoughts on the Gervonta Davis versus Lamont Roach fight during an interview with Fight Hub TV. While breaking down the matchup, Garcia also explained why the idea of Davis facing Shakur Stevenson doesn't excite him much. Still, he acknowledged that a potential unification fight between the two remains one of the most unpredictable and intriguing matchups in boxing. Before the fight, Garcia praised Davis, saying, "I think Tank is one of the very best fighters in the lightweight division. I don't see Roach as a huge threat to him. Tank is extremely talented, skilled, and experienced. He's faced nearly every style out there. Plus, his knockout power is on another level, and he has the confidence to use it. He continued, "It's hard to bet against Tank. No disrespect to Roach, but Tank is just on a different level. But I think Tank is a beast," Garcia continued. "He proves it every fight, and he'll probably win this one too." Shakur Stevenson, known for his slick defense and precise movement, embodies the hit-and-don't-get-hit style. His ability to control fights with speed and skill has led to dominant wins, though some critics argue his recent performances haven't been the most exciting. Still, Stevenson remains confident that when the stakes are high, he'll deliver his best. Garcia admitted he wasn't too excited about a Davis versus Stevenson matchup. "I do believe Shakur is a great fighter. He's got incredible footwork, speed, reflexes, and counterpunching ability. He's one of the best. But I'm not a fan of that fight because Stevenson will fight his fight no matter what. It doesn't matter what the fans or critics want. Winning is winning for him." As a fight fan, Garcia said this approach didn't appeal to him. While he fully respected Stevenson's skills, he personally preferred other matchups. One fight he would rather see: Davis versus Lomachenko. Garcia believes that, unlike Stevenson, Lomachenko, despite his elite footwork and speed, is more willing to engage in an all-out fight. Garcia didn't hold back, saying, "Shakur Stevenson's style makes for a dull fight, not as exciting of a matchup. That's why he's going to have a tough time landing the big fights. Until he tweaks his style and takes more risks, I don't think Tank, or any top fighter, will be in a rush to face him." While Stevenson is known for his technical brilliance, Tank Davis is the complete opposite, a knockout artist whose fights rarely go the distance. Hailing from Baltimore, he's built a reputation for delivering highlight reel finishes that rival the best in the sport. Behind closed doors, whispers from the gym suggest he's not just dominating in the ring but also leaving much heavier sparring partners bruised and battered. Meanwhile, veteran boxing commentator Jim Lampley predicted before the fight that Davis would secure his 31st career win and 29th knockout against Lamont Roach Jr. Roach has done his best to stay optimistic. He's pointed out that he's seen Davis up close in the amateur ranks and understands his precision, power, and style. He's made it clear he's motivated to start building his own legacy. And he knows the kind of life-changing payday that would come with pulling off the upset, Lampley said. He added, but what he has yet to do is to present a convincing outline for how he can solve a puzzle that has produced a lengthy series of spectacularly violent knockouts and made Tank Davis one of the biggest and most upwardly mobile names in boxing. Crawford undoubtedly left out the Reaper's name as one of the people who will ultimately let Tank Davis to taste the bitterness of defeat. Lampley said, even if Tank did not possess his shocking punching power, he would be an elite lightweight on the basis of his crafty boxing southpaw-style advantage, clever footwork, and visible killer instinct, but it is pure power that really sets him apart. He doesn't just beat his opponents, he annihilates them in breathtaking, often scary fashion. He added, like a career predator, he approaches his kills, patiently behaving like a counterpuncher, and then suddenly explodes into irrepressible violence to produce sudden finishes. His knockouts are picturesque, not unlike what we saw from Mike Tyson in the developmental stage of his career. Davis is now well beyond the developmental stage, but he is still outclassing shocked opponents. Although Roach claimed that he had improved, Lampley believed that this Saturday's result was still obvious. Lampley said Roach has a quality background and is a highly competent boxer, but when I asked the most experienced boxing writer, Lampley made his stance clear when asked about Roach's chances in the fight. The same chance a caterpillar has crawling in front of a steamroller, he said bluntly. Davis by mid-round stoppage. Then, on to potential fights with Lomachenko, Shakur Stevenson, or Keyshawn Davis, any of whom would have a better shot than Roach. Meanwhile, Bernard Hopkins shared his thoughts in an interview with Michelle Joy Phelps of Fight Hub TV. Hopkins didn't hesitate, saying, Tank Davis is a problem for anyone. The pressure is on Roach, it's up to him to prove he belongs at this level. Earlier this summer, Roach was originally set to face interim titleist Albert Baturgazev, but things took a turn when the sanctioning body called him up for this fight. Despite recognizing Davis as the heavy favorite, Hopkins warned against underestimating Roach. Tank cannot overlook him. Roach is a solid boxer and puncher with confidence from the amateurs, Hopkins said. Roach later revealed that he had been in talks to fight Davis before but wasn't a champion at the time, which led to the PBC choosing Hector Luis Garcia instead. As for Hopkins, he seemed to back Davis but didn't want him getting too comfortable. His message was clear: Tank might be the favorite, but anything can happen in boxing. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update.